I'm Kelly Hallinan reporting from Indianapolis, Indiana at the 2020 NFL Combine. The Fishers High School swim team continues to impress. According to Coach Wilson, the Tigers are ready and well prepared for the state tournament next month. Heading into today's game, there's the absence of Aaron Thompson and Derek Smits. How did that affect your mentality going in?
Obviously, those are two.
The Franklin Community High School girls basketball team is having a stellar season so far. The Grizzly Cubs are 5-0 in conference play and 15-1 overall, and they're looking to make a statement in the state tournament in the next few weeks. Spring has sprung. Fall sports are back in session, winter sports are finishing up, and March Madness is happening right in our backyard. But today we're going to head to the Diamond, where the Butler baseball team is just excited to have a full season again. Winfield Jr. is thankful for all of his dad's help in teaching him the game of football. From breaking down film, teaching him drills in the backyard, up until giving him scouting reports after each and every one of his football games. And assuming that Le'Veon Bell and Sam Darnold are the key points of your offense, what kind of players are you looking to surround them with?
Anytime we can add players.
But before we get to all of that, reporter Perry Wagner was able to go for a little trip with Butler men's basketball manager Noah Weiss on this edition of Driving with Dogs. I'm now here with sophomore midfielder on the Butler men's soccer team, Jack Haywood. So, Jack, you guys started off the game with an early goal thanks to Brandon Gould. How did that build momentum for the rest of the half?
Yeah, obviously we knew the game.
Coach, with a lot of questions in the secondary, is that a position that you're looking to address in the early rounds?
I don't know when we'll address it.
I'm joined by a familiar Butler face, former men's basketball player Sean McDermott. Sean, it's definitely weird not seeing you at Hinkle Fieldhouse this time of the year. How have you been these past few months since graduation? Butler has not reached the NCAA tournament since 2017. This year, you guys went on a 5-game unbeaten streak, brought number 1 Georgetown to penalty kicks in the Big East semifinals. What does it feel like being such a key player on this year's team?
Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Patrick, I was just wondering, is your approach to this matchup against a quarterback who's been here 9 other times differ compared to last year against an inexperienced team?
Not necessarily. I don't think the approach goes.
2-time All-American in high school, a standout freshman season, and Big East All-First team as a sophomore, finishing the season with 3 game-winning goals. This is Katie Soderstrom for the Butler women's soccer team.
We faced a lot of adversity, and I think it's made us a little bit more resilient. So I think that's probably allotted to our success as well.
State finals for girls basketball are this weekend, and for the first time ever, Brownsburg will be heading to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where Ball State commit Allie Becky hopes to lead her team to a win against 24-1 Crown Point.
I'm expecting a really good game, a close game. It's not going to be like Franklin Community where it was a 15, 20-point game, but I wish it was like that, but I don't think it will be.
Obviously, we're a little bit more defensive-minded than we are offensive-minded, and that's kind of what's carried us through. I think Crown Point, is solid on both ends of the floor. They're very talented on the offensive end. They're very good in transition. So we got to we need to find a way to slow them down a little bit offensively.
And as for fans, 1,000 tickets were allotted for each team, so there will be Bulldog fans in the crowd.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of nerves for a bunch of us, especially since some of us haven't really experienced it yet because of COVID. We haven't really had that many fans.
To have our community, really battling to get tickets. So I know our ticket sales have just been, I'm pretty sure if we're not sold out, we're pretty close. So it's been nice. And Brownsburg always has really good community support for their athletics. So just a great experience for our kids.
And another great experience would be cutting down a net this Saturday, but this time as state champions. For Wish TV, I'm Kelly Hallinan. We talked about Butler's season this year, 0-3 right now with their non-conference schedule. Yet to have a Big East game so far, but let's go back to last year. They were a really good team. They still are a good team, but they finished 11-7-2. And one of my biggest memories, at least from last season, was they were one of the only teams to score, I think, 2 goals against Georgetown. They brought Georgetown to double overtime and penalty kicks in the Big East semifinals. Georgetown went on to win the national championship. No other team could do what Butler did against Georgetown. So it just shows that Butler is a really good soccer program, a really good team. And right now it's just a slow start.